What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. Imagine having the ability to spend in mere seconds what most of us could not even accumulate in a lifetime. This is the reality for the Russian oligarchs, individuals with wealth so vast it defies even the comprehension itself. Yet in today's global landscape, they find themselves as economic outcasts, risking not only the loss of their fortunes to the West, but also their very lives if they go against the Kremlin, which perfectly describes the paradox they're facing. They can make billions as easy as it gets as long as they go along with Putin, but they can as easily lose everything. Is it truly worth it, not knowing when your life comes to an end, first financial and then natural? Was this power and influence that they enjoyed for decades even real? Or can they unite their forces and take out the feeding hand that gave them everything? Let's talk about those things in today's video. This is not the realm of ordinary millionaires or even typical billionaires. We are delving into the lives of those whose net worth reaches tens of billions of dollars, with 10 zeros in the end. They are not even 0.1%, they are 0.01%. Their luxuries transcend the ordinary images of wealth. Private planes are for mere millionaires. They own private Airbuses and Boeings. Yachts are standard for the wealthy. They possess super yachts equipped with helicopter landing pads. Their residences are not just luxurious homes, but palaces, estates and castles worth hundreds of millions of dollars, located next to the actual royalties. This is totally another world. Well, like when you see a typical crypto forex scammer flexing their Lambos, or even rappers driving Bugattis wearing gold chains on every single limb, you might think they are rich. But in reality, the display of being rich is a part of their brand. If you can't show your Lambo that you bought trading allegedly crypto, how can you sell courses and promote everyone to get rich quick? If you rap about having a luxury car for every day of the week, there is simply no way you can drive a Honda or a Toyota in your regular life. They spend a considerable amount of their wealth, up to 90% or more, to look rich, for a mere chance to make more money and then spend it all as well. While Russian oligarchs are a completely different breed. There is no deciding which car to buy, which one is more fuel efficient, which one has more luxury add-ons, or which one has the fastest top speed. There are almost never decisions involved on expenditures below $1 million. If you like it, just buy it. Simple as that, done dealio. Sometimes they seek for the most expensive option just for the bragging rights that my car is 1 out of 10 produced, driven by Enzo Ferrari himself. The maintenance costs and repair bills, I mean, come on guys. These cars are almost never driven anyways, and if they do need to be repaired, these people, they have special personnel to take care of it. Spending $10,000 on Bugatti Tourbillon oil change is not even a pocket money for them. It's a statistical error that can be simply ignored. And we know that 99% of such people are empty, especially their poor kids who grow up in such environment. They have no desires, no wishes, no hopes, no dreams, and absolutely no motivation and ambitions. The entire day consists of scrolling through web, looking at expensive things, partying with their rich friends, and talking about, the most recent Rolex they bought. Social media platforms like Instagram are their best tools of entertainment. Oligarchs and their families frequently post images of themselves jet skiing in Dubai or shopping in Paris, expenditures that far exceed average incomes, and hint at sources of wealth beyond official earnings. After all, if you can't show off your wealth, what is even the point of having all this money? And however tempting it may sound to us, regular hardworking people, to have a life where there is not a single worry, you do get bored of such things very quick. You always need more, you always seek for more expensive things, and conventional entertainment becomes obsolete. Things that make people happy don't even raise an eyebrow of an oligarch or especially their kids. And in the unfortunate for them events, when they do lose their wealth and privileges, this is an absolute annihilation to their personalities. Something what we are seeing right now happening. The West, for example, seizing oligarchs' assets, or no longer loyal to Putin oligarchs spontaneously falling out of windows like it's a new Olympic sport to them. So, was it all worth it in the end? You got so much money that you were never able to spend it until you die, quite literally. Your kids are spoiled and they can never adapt to the society. They will not become anything when they grow up, and your entire family tree probably ends with them as well. If this does sound like a deal with the devil to you, well, probably because it is. After all, who forced them to shake hands with Putin in the first place? But who exactly are these oligarchs, and how did they amass such fortunes? The term oligarch originates from ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, meaning rule by a few who exploit governmental control for personal wealth. That's it for historical lesson, don't worry guys. The modern Russian oligarchs primarily accumulated their wealth following the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991. In the chaos that followed, Russia's state-owned assets, rich in natural resources like oil and gas, were rapidly privatized. The process often lacked legal oversight, allowing these assets to be acquired for far less than their original true value. This period saw entire industries handed out left and right under questionable circumstances. You just had to be close to power and at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, and be ready to trade your family's future for decades of unimaginable wealth. These individuals did not innovate or build new industries. Instead, they received lucrative deals without competition and later profited immensely. In return, they provided services to the emerging Putin's regime, establishing a symbiotic relationship where wealth and impunity were exchanged for loyalty and support. The volatile nature of this relationship with the Kremlin prompted many oligarchs to secure their wealth outside of Russia. Concerns over falling out of favor with President Vladimir Putin, which could result in the loss of wealth, imprisonment, or wars, led to the movement of billions abroad. Investments in yachts, planes, and real estate became not only symbols of wealth, but also vehicles for money laundering, often hiding behind shell companies to obscure true ownership. But even then, some oligarchs found a way to demonstrate their enormous wealth even further. Who needs a yacht and a private plane when you can have an entire soccer club? This is what Roman Abramovich did when he bought Chelsea Football Club, which later he was forced to sell anyways. But up until that moment, this was considered to be a major flex, not achievable even for some oligarchs. Now think about crypto scammers once again with their mere Lambos. Abramovich probably spent more on black caviar last year than those people did financing these used cars. I mean, assuming Abramovich likes black caviar. This I don't know. Haven't spoken to him yet. I don't know, maybe he's a fan of red caviar. Who knows? But okay. Real estate in particular serves as an effective means of laundering large sums of money as well. Luxurious properties with stunning views but with no occupants are common indicators of assets used to conceal illegal funds. The Western world, unfortunately, has played a significant role in facilitating this process. Countries like United Kingdom, the United States, Italy, France, Dubai, and others have, whether intentionally or not, provided environments where illicit wealth can be hidden with relative ease. However, not all of Russia's wealth has left its borders. Investigations by organizations such as the Anti-Corruption Foundation, created by Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, have unveiled assets allegedly linked to President Putin himself. This includes a $1 billion allegedly palace on the Black Sea and a luxurious yacht valued at over $500 million. But speaking about the net worth of Putin, it brings us to a totally new uncharted territory. Putin is probably the only person in the world who doesn't even need money to be rich. Everything is paid for him by his henchmen and oligarchs. It's not like that they can refuse him. He made them who they are, so now it is time for them to pay back. When Putin wants something, he probably almost always gets it for free. The international community has increasingly taken notice of the oligarchs' expansive wealth. In response to geopolitical events, particularly Russia's invasion of Ukraine, countries around the world have imposed severe sanctions targeting these specific individuals. Assets such as mega yachts have been seized in France, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Even ordinary citizens have taken action, with instances of properties linked to oligarchs being occupied or protested against. And since the wealth of oligarchs is the only thing that defines who they are, taking it away is essentially destroying them. They might laugh and say that they don't need that $100 million yacht, take it, I have 10 more yachts just like this. But it takes time to take their wealth away from them. Then there is Putin with his war in Ukraine, whose appetite is never satisfied, and he demands more and more gifts from his inner circle. Sooner or later, oligarchs will find themselves that they cannot afford multi-million-dollar purchases with the same ease as before. Then, they will start questioning million-dollar deals, and eventually, they will realize that they are just mere millionaires right now. And all the things they bought in the past require an incredible amount of money to maintain. And $10,000 Bugatti Tourbillon oil change suddenly started to matter. And there are not that many people also who want to buy a $5 million car. And how can you refuse your spoiled kid a $1 million weekend in Paris with her friends, who are most likely with her just because of the money? Well, now we have a problem. Can oligarchs unite and protect their most valuable things in life? And no, I'm not speaking about the kids, of course. I'm talking about the money. Well, they can try. Will it be successful? That's a very big question. You will need a powerful ally to take down Putin, and those who are still powerful, at least for now, they will not destroy the hand that feeds them. So you are only limited to the same ex-oligarchs as you who lost everything. Can they still fight the regime? Yes, why not? Nobody stops them from doing this. As long as you are not afraid of heights, you can do whatever you want. Because in the end, they should have known better, other than making a deal with the devil himself. Well, there you have it, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you on Friday.
We won't succumb to their tricks, the facade they try to sell. Their twisted words and feeble claims on us all they cannot quell. We see through their lies, their feeble attempts to sway. We do not believe in ridiculous Russian propaganda.